Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Crimson Pharaoh. Welcome back to the channel, and this is the first episode of the middle game guide that I will be starting now. If you haven't watched the middle game guide, or if you haven't watched the beginner's game guide, definitely go and watch that first. I did 15 episodes, basically the first 100 days. I cataloged everything that I had done. I think all the videos are between like 8 and 12 minutes. I tried to make them between. Some of them are longer, but it goes over like what I did the first 100 days. Every single weekend I did a video, and it just, if you haven't watched that, definitely want to watch that first. It explains a lot of the account, why the account is the way it is, and but this is the middle game guide. If you're starting here, you didn't watch the beginner's game guide, I'll show you where I am. And if you're here, you're probably middle game. So 109 days in, almost done with TOA hard. These are my teams here. The Trikaru team is not consistent yet, but the Necropolis team is pretty good. It has to do with the speed and the accuracy on the Trikarus. I think the Vertiheel is actually fine. I think the issue, the Vertiheel should be doing more damage, but yeah, the Vertiheel actually isn't fine. But the Trikaru, they aren't fast enough and they don't have enough accuracy. I'm not really farming this. I just did this to complete them, and then I also have the Refraid teams here, which these are where they are now. They're going to be triple S here very shortly. I have the capability of doing them. I just haven't done them yet. So yeah, and then this is the R5 team I've been using. These are the units I have here. Again, like I go over all of these multiple times in the free-to-play beginners challenge / guide series. I don't know. I can't remember the exact title of it, but the beginners stuff I did. This is definitely the best the best runed unit I have in the account. It has these 3 skills here. This is the pathway I took for the wind one. These are the total stats here, and then it's on blade violent here. I've got all these different things going on. This is a super insane one. Got stuff like this, and like stuff like this here, and then it's got the artifacts are nothing insane. It's just got HP and defense, really. What you really need to look at here is like just the stats, like like that I'm able to make 2 sets of it, and it's on a violent set. Violent is great, and trying to take like all of the good things about this set, the high rolls, the high efficiency, and moving that onto all of these other units. So something like this is a great early game build for Crow. You know, it's got attack percentage, crit damage percentage, and then attack percentage with some decent stuff here as well. It's got some grinds on it, nothing insane. It's like, you know, +3 to +6. I think most of them are blue grinds here. Yeah. So it's nothing insane. This was a purple grind here. And this is another blue grind, I think. But anyway, and those aren't very hard to get. You can do like R4 for them for a couple days, and you could pretty easily grind up a lot of your units on the account, which is blue stuff. But this is definitely a solid early game build for Crow. But moving forward, you want stuff that looks more like this. So I'll build a unit here real quick. We're going to try speed if we can. Whoops. Need attack percentage. We're going to go for the higher crit rate there. We can go... That's not going to work. I already know that's not going to work. All here. Crit damage. Some different stuff here. So I'm actually going to probably toss on probably this one. I can grind all of this. Higher value. This isn't terrible as well. I'll try this one on for now. I'll try 21 speed there. Try that. Then at this point we definitely do need crit rate. So we can toss that on, and then something like... I can probably take... So we can look at probably these 2... We can probably look at these 2 slots here for blade. So you go through and you do this kind of stuff. There's 15 there, and there is some extra here. And this ends up being, with this we have 40 more speed. We do lose attack percentage. This again is not all the way up, but just looking at all these stats, there's a little more accuracy, about doubles the resistance. The crit rate is then 96%, just barely less crit damage, but this is maxed. This is not maxed, so I'm getting 21 extra percentage there. So 19% extra here, which comes up to 170. 40 more speed. You can take this off and throw something like this on. You got a little bit less crit rate gain. You've got 92%, which is still really solid. You've got something like it's 21 extra, so what, 155, 175 crit damage when this is maxed, at least. You've got a 92% crit rate. You have about the same speed. I mean, you just throw this. You could throw a green grind on here, and it's the same speed. You're losing attack, although it is on fatal at the moment, so you're gaining crit damage. This isn't maxed. Stuff like this, just going through and getting stuff done like this. So I'm not going to move this piece here. I don't have a different blade rune to put here. But stuff like this, looking at this build, even with this stuff not maxed, you guys can just imagine it's going to go up. Like, that's a huge difference, 38 to 63%. What is that? 25% more? 25% of that, that's almost 200 extra attack. Like, we'll say 185 extra attack there. Seems about right. So yeah, I mean, it'd be what, plus 1100. You can get this higher to get extra attack there. You could attack percentage here, grind it to flat attack there. I mean, you can still end up with, extra attack there. You can grind the crit rate off there and put attack on. You'd have a little less crit rate, but it's still more crit rate. It's on a rage, like, just little things like that. It's not even that little. Like, that's actually a pretty big difference. But then you get into just small little increments where things get slightly higher, and that's the difference between early and middle game. Moving in a middle game, you have to have higher rolls. You need to have better sets on your stuff. Rage is simply a superior set to Fatal. I don't think there are some people that don't agree with that. I don't think there are very many people that don't agree with that. I mean, Rage is flat out better than Fatal is. Fatal is great for bombers, for 4 units in the game. Rage is great for every other attacker in the game. So Rage is just better. Anyway, I think that's kind of it for this video. I showed you guys the progression here, where we're at here. And yeah, I mean, it's really just, the middle game is about runes. It's about grinding. This is where you're hitting a wall, and you gotta just push yourself, motivate yourself to just pick a dungeon and just slay it out all day, every day for weeks, just slaying out the same thing. For me, it's going to be Necropolis, just destroying it, getting as many rage sets done as possible. I'm hoping to get 5 or 6 pretty solid rage sets done, and that'll help a lot with Rift Beasts and building some units for Guild Wars and building some units for Solo R5. And yeah, it'll help Verd as well. Verd needs a little help here. I know that's funny. It's missing. Like, it doesn't make any sense. You should have 100% crit rate, but if I had 100% crit rate, I was missing a lot of different stats, if that makes sense. And because you're hitting 8 times per cycle, so what I mean by that, these things are all going to bring him along. He's going to hit twice, and then he's going to go and hit twice. So he's hitting 8 times per cycle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and he's hitting 8 times. So you figure 7 out of 8 times he's going to crit. Even if he misses twice, it's still going to be 6%, which is still going to overfill the attack bar into the next turn. Even if it's 5%, these are still just going. Even if it's just 5 times out of 8 times that he crits, you get really unlucky. These things are still getting the attack bar. It's still going to be 100%. It's going to take a little extra of a click because of the overfill system they have in this game, but it works. So yeah, just yeah, I'm gonna talk more about Guild Wars and other stuff in the next video. But yeah, pretty exciting time. If you're at this wall, just keep pushing, pick something, and just keep farming it, keep farming it, and you will definitely, you'll see your account will keep going up. It looks like you're not making progress at a certain point, but you actually are. Like, even these small, minute details that it doesn't seem like it's a huge difference is a massive difference. But yeah, we'll talk more about that in the next video. That's all for this one. Thank you guys for watching.